Welcome to my free 7-day challenge. We're going to cover basics of neck stability, shoulder stability, all these little fundamentals that you really need to have down before you go into the gym and go hardcore with some of these exercises so that you have the stability that you need so you don't overly strain muscle. Today's day 1 of 7 days. We're only doing about 5 minutes per day in the comfort of your own home. All you need is a bed, a yoga mat, or just something comfy to lay on or sit on, and we'll get started. Before we even start any strengthening, it's important to understand why we're working on what we're working on. If you have a lot of neck pain, shoulder pain, tension here, typically it's from overly used and weak muscles, causing them to tighten up, to stabilize, to guard. We also carry a lot of stress up here, which is just a whole other factor in the mix. Adding stress management techniques to these exercises is also going to be important. But what we'll focus on is when you're sitting and we get this rounded posture, it's not inherently evil, but these muscles under your shoulder blades get overstretched, causing them to knot up. In the same way, your head comes forward and these muscles get weak, and these muscles in the back that can really lead to tension headaches get really tight and uncomfortable. So what we're going to work on is trying to really strengthen your body to where your shoulder blades are able to move through their full range of motion, controlled, and to be able to strengthen your neck muscles so that you are able to hold things and just understand that technique, which will carry over into just about any exercise. The first thing we're going to focus on is really getting control of your shoulder blades. So we're going to start just in a seated position. And what we're going to focus on is being able to pull your shoulders back and forward. So your shoulder blade moves in a lot of directions. It elevates, depresses, upward, downward, rotation, forward, backward, tilt. It moves in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different muscles that contract and pull on the shoulder blade in different ways. If all of the muscles aren't strengthened appropriately, then it's going to affect a lot of different movements. Your shoulder blades are vital for being able to do anything overhead, and will also affect your low back and your upper back based off of how it's connected. Each of these movements should be initiated at your mid back. So you should feel like there's an orange in between your shoulder blades, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together to make some orange juice. So it's not led with your arms. Your arms are just hanging out. Your shoulder blades are moving back and forth. If you're up here, take notice of that. Bring your shoulders down a little and just kind of get comfortable with that position. Let's hold it back. Take a breath in and out and relax. The next thing we're going to focus on is getting your shoulder to retract. Our whole lives we're told, to avoid the double chins, but really you need strength here. And so we'll walk around like this and get really tight in the back of our neck. So all we're going to do is tuck your chin. It's not quite back, and it's not flexed forward. It's a combination of a little bit of your chin down and pulling your chin back. You should see lots of rolls there if you're doing it correctly. When you do this, even though you are strengthening the front, It's stretching in the back, and sometimes it can be a little bit intense, and you may only notice it at the base of your skull, and that's okay. That's just that muscle stretching. Same thing here like we did with the shoulder blades, working on finding that position. Make sure your jaw's relaxed, and then come forward. And let's do it 10 times. Two more. Nice. Now to end our daily session, we're going to combine those two movements. Sometimes even when you're bringing your shoulder blades back, your neck will come forward, or you bring your neck back and your shoulders come forward. So we want to make sure we're contracting both at the same time to lengthen these muscles and strengthen the opposite muscles. So we're going to pull your shoulder blades back and then pull your chin back. And then relax, shoulders back, chin back, relaxed. If this seems like too much for you, then go back to either just the shoulder blades or just the neck until you're comfortable with that. Once you're comfortable with that, then you can add them together. I recommend doing this sitting up, but it's okay to do it in bed, standing, really in any position that you're able to get into. It should be pain-free. If anything is not pain-free, then you don't have to do it. Don't do it. A little stretch, a little muscle soreness is good, but any sharp pain, we don't want to push through. And let's do about 3 more. Great job, everyone. That's it. 5 minutes. You don't have to have 30 minutes to go to the gym to make change and start building stability. You got to start somewhere. And if you showed up today, great job. And I will see you all tomorrow.